Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about things I want to see added for the next GTA game, or things that I do not want to return from this game to the next game. So we're going to talk about things that I want to see added for the next game. So for the next game, I'd like to see a feature of where with passive mode, you got basically the passive mode in this game is good, but it's not perfect. So for example, you could be in a game with people, random people, and say you got like your friend in your lobby, and you want to say, I don't know, shoot him, kill each other, that sort of thing, like do some silly stuff, that sort of thing. Maybe mess about in cars, like do make ramps with your car, anything like that, anything like stupid you can do. I mean, it's GTA 5, you could do it, you could do what you want pretty much, with little consequence, apart from cheating, obviously. um, yeah. In this passive mode for the next game should be updated, in my opinion. I think it should be, they should give you an option for to ghost or go passive to strangers, so people that are not on your friends list or on your crew, or people that you don't want to actually engage with. And then they should give you an option to unpassive certain people. And yes, I know in this game you can ghost them and all that, but then that means you have to get killed by that person to actually be able to ghost them, and ghosting doesn't last that long anyway. So yeah, they should add a new feature for passive mode. Second thing I want added is I'd like to see more variety in boats and planes. So basically, what I'm saying is I want to see upgrades for boats and aeroplanes pretty much, and I want to be able to upgrade the engines and the performance of these vehicles, so I can use them in races with custom cars on, or custom vehicles on, sorry. uh, Another thing I want to see, uh, this is for people that are into racing, or like proper like tuner type people, basically anyone is into their cars, like crazy into their cars. um, I'd count myself among them, but I'm not that into them too much. But there you go. Is the ability to not just buy upgrades for a car. They should give you an option to be able to tune it yourself. So you can, for example, you get a level 4 upgrade as you do in this game. For the next game, it should be a level 4, but you can add, say, like nitrous or some sort of like a VTEC boost or turbocharger or something, or a supercharger. Any any little thing like that, like you know, adjust the amount of braking you can have like yourself, and you can go out and test the car out as you're driving it, and should give you that sort of option, that sort of freedom to mess about with your car as much as you want, because like customizations is very limited, and upgrades and all that. um, and also they should have it to where you can change the spoiler angle. Oh, voice crack. You should change. Sorry, you should give you an option to change the spoiler angle on cars. So if you can, say for example, tilt it forward to increase the downforce, but to sort of like lower your top speed, and then obviously tip it back flat or tip it the opposite way to cut down on drag, but lower the corner speed. They should have active aero as well, in my opinion, for the next game. Um, yeah, that's the things I pretty much want to be added in the game so far. There's probably a lot more stuff that can't think of the top of my head in a minute, but um, things I don't want in the game though, for certain, is curb boosting, brake boosting, clutch kicking or double clutching or mid-drive speed boost, uh, wiggle boosting, etc. Anything that's unnatural physics wise to the game. So we're going to start off with brake boosting first off. No, let's not start. Let's start with curb boosting actually, because that's the most common type of most common way of racing and people abusing nowadays in this game. So curb boosting is, for those that don't know, it's basically when you go on and off a bump on a road or any surface, and your car will basically get a rev boost because the suspension is compressing to the extent where the car just sort of goes, it starts to speed up after you've gone on and off a bump. Yeah, don't want that in the next game. That's just that. If they can fix that, that'd be great. Second thing I don't want to be added into the next game is brake boosting. Because brake boosting in this game, it's very similar to the third point, which I'll be bringing up. But basically, what happens is you essentially go over like an incline and you tap the brake, and then once you tap the brake, your car will do a stop burnout sort of thing. It's really weird. So basically, what happens is the car will just start doing like this wheel spin during like, I don't know, like top speed or sort of high speed. It just does like a random wheel spin as you tap the brake, and then it speeds your car up. So that needs to be changed or removed, or yeah, it should just be removed in general, in my opinion, not changed at all. Third thing is the mid-drive speed boost, or the double clutch, as the ignorant kids would call it. Yeah, double clutch, or I'm gonna call it double clutch just to save the save confusion, or to save people from going. I don't know. Yeah, obviously, yeah. I know it's not called double clutch here, but I'm just gonna say it for the sake for like average people that watch my videos and actually play this game for like pure racing purposes. But yeah, double clutching is a very weird, very weird physics aspect in this game, and it's basically when you tap the handbrake when you're in second gear. So you go from second gear, and then before you go to third, you let off the accelerator, tap the handbrake, then press the accelerator again, and your car should do this weird burnout like wheel spin thing, and it speeds your car up and it helps you skip again in about a second. Only works in rear wheel drive cars, and it's got to be sort of upgraded or have like a lot of power for it to actually work effectively. Yeah, I do not want to see that in the next game for certain. I do not want to see people tapping and mashing the handbrake just to go faster. And the last thing I want to talk about is wiggle boosting. Now, wiggle boosting. Where do I start with this thing? Oh my god, wiggle boosting is essentially you're going left and right in a straight line. You're just turning your wheel left and right really fast. Only works in obviously certain cars like the Taurus, the Ramper Custom, and the Barroso RA. Or any car with like bouncy suspension, or where there's like more body roll than it does turn. Cars like Zentorno, T20, all that sort of stuff, Wagner, Emirates, Krieger, that won't work. They will not work. Even a Banshee, all that sort of stuff, like, you know. Basically, cars that don't turn as quick as soon as you touch the steering, it'll work on them very well. Now, wiggle boosting, you just wiggle. That's all it is. You just go left and right, and it just speeds your car up. And that doesn't make any sense in my opinion. Like, come on, that's obvious. That's pretty. How do I say this politely? That's pretty fucking stupid and retarded to think that turning left and right in a car would actually make your car speed up, especially in real life. Like, but no, Rockstar at the time was like, yeah, well, let's just do it anyway. But to be fair to them, they probably didn't actually know about this. It's probably because they use a specific engine for the how the cars behave, and I think they knew that anyway. I think they knew about the curb boosting and all the other stuff. That's why they have certain cars now with the handling flags, the advanced handling flags, which basically sort of cuts down on the abuse of what you do with the curb boosting, mid-drive, all that sort of stuff. So the Hot Ring Sabre Turbo, the Hot Ring Sabre, which is a Hot Ring NASCAR car type of car. You can't do mid-drive in that because it's the handling flags. And if you try and curve boost, it will slow it down, or it will attempt to be slowed down, or it won't do much at all. But yeah, that's just things. I just want things to change with this game, in my opinion. I'm guessing a lot of you understand what I'm on about. So if you don't, that's fair enough. You know, just Rockstar, if you're watching this, please take this as a pinch of salt. Take this as ideas for improvement of your next game. Do not take any offence to this whatsoever. Hope everyone enjoys. And then obviously talk about quarantine as well quickly. If you can, right, don't go out unless absolutely necessary, and keep washing your hands. And yeah, just be safe, people. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna sort some stuff out. I'm gonna have some food, do that sort of jazz. Okay. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah, I know it's probably a bit rambly today, but you know, it's just is what it is. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video.